Hello there. So glad that you came today. I can feel your presence. It's a beautiful day here in Santa Barbara, and I was just about to tell you how still it was. And now all of a sudden, our favorite tree is just excited and moving with the breeze. So it must be your presence. Welcome to the Advancement Center. And now that you are here, the golden door has been unlocked and left ajar just for you to enter the world of magic and miracles. Too often we have been told, don't fall for fairy tales. You are past that. Now that you give up the fairy tales, you can be a grown up in the real world of commerce, yes, health, sickness, profits, losses, haves, have nots, and overcoming obstacles and running the race or losing. Major, magic and miracles are a part of our DNA. To be discovered, or should I say, rediscovered, because the endless glee from our childhood was put away in a treasure chest of yesterday and replaced with chalk, blackboards, arithmetic, and memorizing useless dates in search of a diploma and then another diploma from higher and higher institutions, leading to a position of wealth and information called success. Isn't that it in a nutshell? Take all the words you hear, all the news broadcasts you watch, pay attention or not, is saying over and over again, well, our doors are open for all to open their own treasure, their own ability of knowing, discovering, and having imaginary friends we call your spirit. No one comes in to earth without one. You've never heard that in public school. You follow it, and your spirit guides you at this time when you were a child. So, welcome. This is said with so much feeling from my heart directly to yours. Today's date, May 5th, 2024, Numerologically, today's date adds up to 9, believed to represent completeness, balance, and perfection, patience, harmony, and is the number of love and faith, and holds qualities of friendship, spirituality, unity, ability to see things clearly. My big brother Bob gifted me with this idea of numerologically seeing everything. It was his fascination and often was a bit wearing, but I feel his presence here, even though his physical presence left. But the aroma is one of so much love. So last night at 10:30 p.m., I wrote to my dearest Simeon, and I'll share that with you now. I don't know how many dozens of books, but it's amazing because once you put your feelings, your considerations, your observations down on paper, you can leave them there and go on to new observations, feelings, and thoughts. Okay, this is what I wrote at 10:30 last night. Dear Simeon, tricky day before a broadcast. Robert just says, rest. And I do. Now I feel so unprepared, considering engaging Robert in a dialogue. But I'll write more in the morning. To which Simeon replied, as he always does, Dearest Barbara, rest well. You are fine. And just have to be reminded, like, oh, you just have to be reminded. We all love you. Love, Simeon. And with that, I had a wonderful night's sleep. And bright and early this morning, I said, I have to read my own handwriting, which is a little tricky. Good morning. And then I watched my pen write. I bear the flame of light and life and hold it aloft and feel the love of my Creator. His gifts are multitudinous and many, and arrive without fanfare or overture but all embracing. What posed a problem yesterday arrives today in an action or sound or a hidden experience or expression now shining. This beautiful morning, as I hold the light of love and being loved, I feel the releasement from need, lack, and worry as I wonder at what my hands are doing. So deftly, like can't read this. Oh, yes, like slicing a banana, peeling an orange, and presenting the larger portion to my love. Your words arrived as the greatest gift of this day so far. Be on the lookout for the next ones to arrive. Can you imagine? I feel like I'm reading. Okay, and here's Simeon's response. There, dearest Barbara, there is your message to be broadcast to everyone who has ever doubted for a moment their own hidden gifts brought in with them when they arrived to this place called Mother Earth. Your message is clear. You hear the little song your own mother sang to you when you were small. And this is what she sang. Where did you come from, baby dear? Out of the everywhere into here. I hear it now. One more time. Where did you come from, baby dear? Out of the everywhere into here. She knew what she was bearing, and you, dear Barbara, are carrying this sparkle for all to hear, feel, and realize as themselves. We love you, Simeon. That was fun. Yeah. There are many new ways to explain the flow of life, but there is nothing to describe the prediction of the future. The future that you manage to be able to gather from time to time without a thought of your ability until you actually experience what you have predicted in real time. The feeling of, I knew that, comes very often as you move forward and allow the future to be part of your everyday reality. There is, however, much to be experienced in the area of development of the future and the selection of what is most suitable right now for appearance at a later time. In the past, it was understood that the development of your future could be controlled by your thoughts and actions throughout your day. But now it is obvious that there are many other factors which are now not tied to the mind or the physical actions of your body. The unknown does not follow any laws, and there are no effects that can be used to formulate anything in the unknown. The unique skills of each human being is handling the unknown, and its random actions can easily be demonstrated in the many millions of categories available as human activities. The action of understanding is not part of that skill. It is known part of our nature that only needs acceptance to operate perfectly. I bet you've never heard that before, but that is truly amazing to hear it so clear. Huh. Okay. I just need a moment to organize. There it is. Okay. So we speak of the unknown and we say, oh, it's over. It's up. Well, I don't know where it is, but we know it is. We have no doubt. We do not live here all by ourselves. There's no doubt. So we speak of the unknown. We don't even have to give it a name. Can you imagine with me the following coming from the unknown? So just listen and hear the unknown speaking. We are bringing to you energies that you've never seen before, energies that you have never felt before, variations that you have never considered, and you are doing exactly the same for us. Your being is close. You are considering us part of your world. And in doing so, you elevate our position, not just in your world, but in every world that we encounter. We have a lot to share, but it has to be at your pace. But you can imagine all the worlds that we all have access to coming to you each time we speak, so that you can select whatever you wish to be part of your future. All these worlds and all these conditions are floating through your world right now so that you can experience a little bit of the unknown with that unknown feeling that says, it's familiar. I understand it. It feels like home. It's brilliant. And it has all the components that I need to be present and to present the best picture I can and present myself in this world. To stand in front of yourself and see a different person each second is a thrill. It doesn't mean that's you. It means that you are representing all those that come into your field. And so they appear in front of you, even though you may be looking in the mirror. It's always different. People turn up. The same thing happens if you're just walking along the street. Oh my gosh, I remember that happened in Europe. All these different people turn up, and instead of being in a daydream, you are in multiple worlds, as you are supposed to be. Multiple worlds with multiple experiences happening every fraction of a second. And in doing that, your body comes alive. Your being comes alive. The power thrives on so much movement at such speed to where there's no room for reminiscing, no room to consider the so-called failures, and no room for anything but more enjoyment, more happiness, more excitement. And the generation of the brilliant light sparkles around you and from your eyes to declare your signature in this universe and in this world. Wow. That sparkle is what projects all the dimensions that you know about into the reality of the physical world and overlays all fictitious features of the world that have been presented to you at various times in your life by overlaying it. I mean, it makes it disappear, replaces it with something so beautiful that you can't help looking, experiencing, and wanting more. It's amazing. I say wanting more, wanting more recognition, wanting more interaction. And that interaction means, in many ways, to be limited until you allow it to be unlimited. And why you do that is only known by you. To switch on the unlimited is so easy, but it can only be done by you. And it is a skill and a secret and a mystery of life that you know all about. That mystery of life is now generating from you to everything and everyone. And that marvelous feeling of, I have a secret, but I'm not going to keep it a secret. But I don't know how I could possibly tell anyone except to demonstrate it. And so, with a great thrill, you transmit what you're feeling into the world, and it repaints everything, repaints reality. Only you can know. And so we leave you with an excellent feeling, knowing beyond a doubt that we're not leaving. We're changing our mode of transmission, but we're not leaving. The more we interact, the more interactions we can have, because time disappears and we all live in one another's fields for eternity. So thank you all for being with us today and for being with us in all the future that we can now experience. And I leave you with a smile and the presence that will never leave. Wow. You don't need me to have the conversation with the unknown. You can write in a journal. You could look at the sky. You know there is the unknown because you know that there is much beyond your book learning, beyond your intelligence quotient written in some paper somewhere. You know this. You came in knowing this. And now that you are the most welcome guest here at the Advancement Center, you will be reminded of this. What is it? 6 days a week? Yeah. Tune in 6 days a week and celebrate with us in this new, wonderful awareness of all that is possible. This gives me so much pleasure. I think this is why I came from the everywhere into here, to be able to tell you the everywhere is here now. Yesterday, Robert and I took a stroll along YouTube attractions, and I was introduced to a vivacious lady who began medical school when I was 5 years old. Her name is Gladys. She is a doctor, the mother of a retired physicist. She wrote a book while she was in her 90s and listens to Audible books just like I do. Her interviewer a physician himself was enthralled with her emphasis on the healing ability of the patient as a major participant in her practice. She honors the healing ability before anything else. I have found a big sister who has celebrated her 103 years. And it thrilled me. And I met her simply because Robert said, let's just rest yesterday. I'm looking at the time and oh my goodness. Well, I can't not tell you about Thursday night. And it was more than an art class for me. It was a challenge. It was a time challenge. It was every kind of challenge you could imagine thrown at me, where I didn't have the model, I didn't have the inspiration to draw from. I had to text Mandar and say, please send it to me again. And by the time I got started, everyone else was half through it. But I can think of other times when I would say, oh, the hell with it. I'll come next week. No. Too much is riding on the joy that I receive, that I can offer to you. So here it is. Yeah. I hope you like it. It was fascinating. And it all came together when I put the masts on the boats. Up until then, it was, what am I doing? So there it is. And with all my heart, I wish, more than wish, a perfect long life for each of you, with perfect health to enjoy every day, and a bright and exciting future. So thank you all for joining me. You thrill me all the time. And they're supposed to happen, but it didn't. There it is. Thank you. See you next time. I'm Barbara. Bye.